Redzone Rumble podcast. We want to set a few things straight here. First and foremost, thanks for noticing the sunglasses.
Yes, thank you.
And
Last minute decision.
oh yeah, but just two brothers
Talking about sports.
talking about sports. Only three, four, kind of, but
Yep.
we don't like soccer.
No,
You
we
know,
don't. We
if
don't really
you're
mess
if
with.
you're
We don't really mess with soccer around
if
here.
you're here to listen to us talk about soccer, then
Came to the wrong place.
came to the wrong spot. Go find somewhere else.
Yep. This
Um,
is about football, all the sports. We're big
Football,
into.
college football, basketball, baseball are going to be the main ones, and
Mhm.
then potentially might expand into high school baseball or high school football,
Yep.
recruiting, all that
Oh
good
yeah,
stuff.
all that.
Eventually.
Yep.
But yeah, man, just want to set a few things straight here first.
Yep. So let me introduce ourselves. So I'll let Dylan introduce who he is first, and then I'll go next.
I am Dylan Rodriguez, 15 years old, based out of Meridian, Idaho. A lot of you probably know me. I'm pretty famous. I'm just kidding. But big football guy ever since I was a little kid. I was about probably two or three when I first started to watch college football. Boise State, being from Idaho, um, it's like our local team, so
Yep.
just made sense. Big baseball guy as well. I played baseball for about 5.5 years ish. Um, had a lot of arm issues and also kind of just lost my
Spark.
passion for the game eventually, which kind of sucked. But hoping this podcast still get me back into sports and
Same.
just looking to build a strong fan base here. Um, but yeah, man, basketball not a like huge. I don't watch every single game like some people, but um, yeah, man, just trying to start a podcast here, not do too much, but build a strong fan base, build a strong, kind of family here, and yeah, man, that's all for me. I'll let Dayton go now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dayton Jones, and I am based out of Troy, Illinois. Well, originally from Tampa, but based in Troy, Illinois, small little town. Just graduated high school, and uh, Dylan was there, Kyle was there. The whole family came out, and
Another thing we forgot to mention, we are. Oh, I think I said we are brothers.
yeah, we are, and same mom, different dad, but always
Brother from
resident.
another father.
And yeah, so basically, I'm going to school here in a few months to do this exact thing, broadcasting, and looking forward to it. And yeah, looking forward to it, and I'm excited for the podcast. And this came out of nowhere too, basically. Well, not, but
It was definitely kind of a.
yeah,
I think it was about last spring.
just
Me,
yeah,
me and
this
Dayton.
past spring.
I think we were up till probably like two or three, just talking about DK Metcalf.
Yep, about going to a different team or something, and he
Just
was
kind of random,
yep,
and we both kind of just talked about it for hours on hours. And
yep,
that night we kind of brought it up as a joke, I think at first, but we were
yep,
just like, oh, what if we start a podcast?
yep. Be cool.
And looking forward to it now. So
We are.
um, but yeah, man, just trying to start something here.
Yep.
And
And I know you guys probably can recognize the background here behind us. We got the Mahomes jerseys, the Goldschmidt,
Paul
Raiders
Goldschmidt,
helmet.
Matt Carpenter, Bo Jackson jersey right here.
Yep.
We got Dayton's got some Patrick Mahomes Adidas's back there. I've got my Nikes. Football helmet. We got a few baseball bats and then the good old, Duke football back there.
Yep.
But yeah, man, eventually, we'll probably add a little more back there. And then you can probably see in the backdrop, you can probably see some of the vinyls and you can probably see the Biggie poster back there, I think. But there you go. There you go. But yeah, man. So
Cool.
that's us.
Yep.
So first things first. Um, just want to explain what the podcast is going to be like. I've kind of already explained it, but probably just going to be a lot of just talking out sports. Probably
Yep.
not a whole lot of arguing. We tend to agree on a lot of stuff when
Oh
it
yeah.
comes to sports, but um,
Does get heated like that down in the group chat that one day.
yeah, that'll get brought up eventually.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, just we'll have a bunch of just topics that we'll run through each day. Probably going to be about hour and a half is what we're shooting for, long episodes.
Yep.
Um, if not longer, and some of them probably will be shorter, especially when you hit that awkward time when there's just no sports.
Yep. Oh, it's just the worst. Oh.
It's only about a week and a half where that is happening, but it sucks.
Oh yeah.
NBA is coming to an end here soon. Um,
Yep.
but football's about to start. Baseball's right.
Yep.
Baseball's kind of progressing. So,
Yep.
but yeah, man, just run through a bunch of topics each episode.
Yep.
Um, Basically, just explain our opinions on everything.
Yep. And
And then at
there'll
the
be
end
some
of each
favoritism.
episode, oh yeah, there will be some favoritism. We'll
Oh yeah.
express our favorite teams in our next topic here, but um, yeah, and then at the end of each episode, um, we'll have a little kind of outro topic where we'll talk about something that's not sports or
Yep.
like kind of about some retired player, like saying something,
Yep.
quotes that someone said, something like that.
Yep.
Um,
Cool.
Including today, we'll be talking about what Russell Wilson was saying about Justin Fields.
About moving to a different position.
Yeah, you've probably seen it on Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
Yep.
But,
Any source.
ESPN, anything. But and then we'll also just man.
We're going over Polo G's new song, which really, what a great song.
Yeah, man.
Just overall.
It really just
we'll talk about more in depth.
It kind of tells you about his life, and it's kind of
really hits a little.
It's like dark,
gives
but
you chills.
Yeah, it gives you chills when you hear it. Just
Yep.
I'd recommend when you listen to it, don't listen to the song, listen to the lyrics.
Yeah, it's
because the lyrics lyrics tell you a lot about what he's gone through, stuff he's experienced.
Yep. So
but yeah, man, that's what the podcast's gonna be like. Like we said, we want to build a family, not enemies.
No divide, no division. Just
and
bring
there will
people
be
together.
division when it's football season. That's normal.
That's just that's life. That's
if the Lions and Chiefs end up in the Super Bowl,
oh,
will be
that'll
an episode where it's not great.
Yep, Mom will have to make a jersey where it's one side says your name and the other side says mine.
That would actually that'd
cool.
be far.
That would be cool.
Like Donna.
Yep, Donna Kelsey. Shout out Donna Kelsey.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So 3 also in our podcast. The first topic that we get into, typically, besides today, because we wanted to kind of let you guys know who we are, what to expect from our podcast. We will always have a quote of the day.
Yes.
And I know it sounds like I'm an English teacher at a middle school, but just kind of thought it'd be cool to just include some inspirational quotes or something every episode.
Yeah.
Maybe some that'll inspire you potentially.
Yep. And what's today's quote?
Quote of the day is, "It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up."
Ooh.
Vince Lombardi. It's
Love
one that you hear a lot. Super Bowl 1 and 2 winner, Vince Lombardi. He does have a Super Bowl trophy named after him, so must have been a pretty good coach.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of weird though. Think about YouTube sensation Bengal talked about it one time. Vince Lombardi never won a Lombardi trophy.
Yep, that's right.
Because they were not called Lombardi trophies back then. So kind of crazy, but
wow, that made me chills. Holy crap.
Cy Young never won a Cy Young award.
Yep.
So just a couple things to think about right there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's our quote of the day.
Quote of the day, and then so we're also going to talk about our favorite teams. So if you want to start off with that, or if you want me to,
you can start.
So as you can see by my hoodie, I kind of transitioned to Kansas City this past season.
Guy.
Yeah, I used to be. I kind of bounce around like my Uncle Johnny. Hate to throw him under the bus if you're watching this, but I did hear my dad tell me stories about you going to the Eagles, Broncos,
Eagles,
Cowboys,
and Broncos.
But no, I like the game of football, so that's how I am. Football, Kansas City, obviously, and then MLB, Cardinals. I like to watch the Royals; they've been playing good. I like what's his name, Dylan. Help me out here. Cruz. What teams he play for? Reds.
Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah,
Reds.
I like watching him.
Love that guy.
Basketball. Big Giannis and Milwaukee fan. Fortunately, they got eliminated. But I'm rooting for Luka and the Mavericks. Hope they do well. And not a big soccer guy. UFC fighter. I do like. I don't know his first name, but his last name's Buckley. He's from St. Louis. We watched him at the Derek Lewis fight.
What's his name? Is it? Shoot, I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, let's.
It's gonna bug.
Yeah. But we were there, and he beat the crap out of this guy. But he was a home. He was like a. It was like his homecoming too, so it was awesome. But a little bit about me though, as you know, I'm not a big soccer guy, but I like UFC, Battlehawks, the UFL. I mean, or yeah, UFL has been great.
Joe, is it? Oh, it's Joaquin.
Joaquin
Buckley.
Buckley, yes,
There you go.
yep, that's him. Love him. And boxing, I like watching
St.
Ryan
Louis.
Garcia.
Hey, he's 5'8". Holy cow,
I
he's
know,
tiny.
but no, just Kansas City for me. You know, I like Mahomes, love Kelsey, love Chris Jones, which I might talk about him later. We'll see. But yeah, that's basically who my teams are. So I'll let Dylan tell you his are.
Um, NFL wise, kind of was born into a Dallas Cowboys family. Um,
Mm-hmm. You and me both.
and but I've kind of got parents are divorced, so kind of a bit of
Yep.
a divided family. But my biological father, big Detroit Lions guy, and I've recently, I think about 3 or 4 years back, is when I started kind of growing on the Lions. Started kind of growing on the whole Lion pride thing.
Loyalty.
You know, Dan Campbell, great head coach, a lot of heart, and I love the fact that his big thing is just perseverance, grit.
Oh yeah.
You know, um, but so NFL, Cowboys, Lions, those are probably both my teams. College football, big Michigan guy.
Oh yeah.
I have been since they were bad, so don't tell me
Yep.
that I
Don't
haven't.
call him a bandwagon. He's been there.
I've been here for a
So I can
while.
tell you. I can tell you how long. Ooh,
Uh, got an Aiden Hutchinson Michigan plaque over here.
he does.
I got
Hung
that
up.
before he was drafted. So,
Yep.
but yeah, man, Michigan, big Michigan fan. Boise State, obviously, like I mentioned earlier.
Yep.
Um, living in Idaho, it's just kind of the home team over here since we don't have an NFL team.
Yep.
A lot of people over here are Seahawks fans, which I don't.
And Niners.
Yeah, God,
A lot of
I hate
Niners.
the Niners, but
Yeah, me too.
um,
Cool.
baseball, big St. Louis Cardinals.
Yep.
Um,
Same here.
Another thing that I was kind of born into were Cardinals, Tigers. Those are both my teams. Um, I kind of like all the Michigan squads.
Oh yeah.
I haven't really been paying attention to their UFL team. I've heard they're doing pretty decent. I think um, the Panthers, Michigan Panthers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think that's their
And
team.
St. Louis has a team too.
Yep.
Battlehawks. I've heard
Battlehawks.
they're
Yep.
good.
Been to that. Yep. Matter of fact, I think my family's going to the game Saturday.
There you
It's
go.
pretty cool.
There you go.
Yep.
And then basketball. I've never really had a favorite team. I kind of just watch it to watch it.
Yeah.
Um,
Makes
but
sense.
if anything, I'd say Bulls because it's another thing that my dad grew up watching Chicago and Michael Jordan. He was a teenager when all that was, when Michael Jordan was really in his prime, the 6 championships. So
Yes.
he's always just been a Bulls fan. He played basketball and football and baseball, and he just admired Michael Jordan's work ethic and all that stuff. So
That's the same thing I feel about Patrick Mahomes.
same thing with Kobe, man.
Yep. Oh,
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kobe.
R.I.P. the legend. But
That was tough.
yeah, man. And then college basketball, I'd say obviously BSU, Michigan.
Yep.
Those are my two. NBA, I'd also say Detroit, the Pistons. Um, Even though they've been
Oof. A little bit rough.
they've been horrendous this year.
Yeah, it's been a little
It's been
bad.
horrible.
Been a little bad.
But yeah, man, those are my favorite teams, and
Cool.
I think we can get into our first, like real
topic of the
and
show. Yeah.
make some hot takes on the 2023
Draft picks. Yep. And recap for the 23 season. So I'll start
Alrighty.
off with this with the past season. So Dylan, obviously, your Lions beat us in week 1, and I'll let you talk about that. And were you nervous coming into that game, or were you were confident, or give us
Um,
your.
I'd say it was somewhere in between because I remember being confident before,
Mhm.
and then when the game came, and you really realize some stuff, like wow, they're really in Arrowhead
Yep.
playing Kansas City.
Well, and also Kelsey too being out. I mean, and Chris Jones. It's like
Yeah, a lot of star players out for the Chiefs that day,
Yep.
but
You had
a
texted
win's a
and
win.
said, yeah, you texted. You said you were gonna win.
I did, and then I remember texting Dayton. I think after Brian Branch had the pick six.
Yep. Yeah, I still got the receipt somewhere.
I think I texted him and was just going crazy
Yep.
because I mean I think that's when every Lions
Mm-hmm.
fans truly realized
They did.
they might you know this might be a good year,
Oh yeah.
and they haven't had a good year. Like the end of last year was good, past midseason they
Very.
finished what was it 6-2, 7-2, something
They
like
did.
that.
Yep. They lost to
Um,
the Bears late season, but that's also when the Bears came on a run, and then Darnell Mooney kind of
yeah,
took
you
that
know it.
slow.
But yeah, man. And then um, Seattle week they lost, which I mean, really good game, um, offensively at least.
Defensively, just
Rushing defense was horrible,
yep.
and then in overtime they couldn't defend the pass for anything. So,
Yep.
um, but yeah, man. What's your thoughts on the what was your mindset coming into the Kansas City Detroit game? Were you nervous? Were
I mean,
you excited? Were you
I wasn't. I wasn't. I wouldn't say
confident?
I was nervous because I mean, when you have the best quarterback and best coach, I mean, you're kind of like, okay, we got this.
Yeah.
I think like the first couple drives, I was like, okay, like we're gonna be fine. And then all hell broke loose when he threw the 5 yard slant to Tony, and the ball pops up in the air.
Oh my God, Darius Tony.
And
Have some
Tony,
words for him.
yeah, it just the defense. I will say the Chiefs' defense carried them this year. I mean, we could go maybe a 24 hours of a podcast about Chiefs defense. That's how good they were.
Oh yeah, Trent
But
McDuffie, man.
oh, dude, he's a dog. But when you're without your best, like you're without the best tight end of all time, perhaps, and one of the best D tackles.
Definitely up there.
Yep. Uh, no, I wouldn't say I was nervous, but I was definitely shocked that we lost. I'll say that.
Yeah, I think I had a little bit of shock after the fact because it was like, holy cow, we just beat
The defending
Super Bowl
champions,
champs.
yeah,
You know,
into their house,
yeah, in Arrowhead, which
which is
I think was the
very hard to do.
biggest factor coming into that game was is Detroit going to be able to withstand the crowd and
Yeah.
just the atmosphere at Arrowhead
Well,
because
and
it's
especially
pretty
with
hard
Jared
to.
Goff too, because I mean he's been to the Super Bowl,
Mm-hmm.
he's been Timber City's been, or he's been to the Superdome,
Oh yeah,
and he kind of struggled there, but
it's another guy, man. Jared Goff really had the big year,
he did.
earn that extension.
Jared Goff,
You know,
Jared,
just like at
it's
the
awesome.
draft, man.
Oh,
But
he was great.
yeah, man, it was really Jared Goff, man, great
Very.
year.
He had a sneaky MVP season. He should have been an MVP talk.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
Very good year.
He did have a few mistakes that were
He did.
probably could have been
He did.
prevented pretty easily, but
He
um,
did.
just a good year overall for the Lions, man.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It felt good to finish 12-5.
I mean, you guys had the Niners, and it's just
Yeah,
some of those play calls, I mean, people can have their debates, but I think if they would have executed them,
yeah, that's how I
it
think
is.
because a lot of people say that it's Dan Campbell's fault for being too aggressive, but
I mean, it's just the
for
coach he
me,
is.
it's just yeah, that's how Dan Campbell is, and that's what I love is that
Yeah.
it's like playing Madden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never punt
Well,
the ball.
and what's gonna happen is he's gonna win a Super Bowl like that one time. Like one of these days, he's gonna win the Super Bowl like that, and
What's
people
going
are
to
gonna
happen
be.
is
Yep.
every head coach is going to start getting
Oh,
aggressive.
I know. Yep. Well, and he's gonna win the Super Bowl, and people are gonna realize like, oh, I see why he did this.
Exactly. And Dan Campbell, man, great head coach,
He's a
big
lot of
guy.
heart. A lot of heart.
Um, Obviously former NFL tight end for the Detroit Lions,
Yep.
Minnesota Vikings, um, Dallas Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
some of our favorite teams. I will be supporting the Vikings because of JJ McCarthy. So,
Yes. I'll be supporting him, and my NFC team that I'm really hoping plays good is Atlanta because of Kirk Cousins. I want to see him bounce
oh
back
yeah.
from that injury.
Which another thing we'll get to is his backup
Yes.
later today.
Oh yeah, we will go to that. Oh, do
That's
not worry.
um,
So some hot takes
hot takes, man. I've heard a lot about Caleb Williams.
in
Kind
the
of,
draft class.
they don't think a lot of people seem to think that Caleb Williams is not what people think he's going to be.
Including me.
Oh, including me.
Yep.
Look, uh, another thing I forgot to mention: a lot of family down in Oklahoma, so
Yes.
I have kind of also been born into the OU fandom.
Oh yeah.
Boomer Sooner.
Yep.
Um, so when he left OU, it was kind of just like, man, I hate that guy.
Right.
Lincoln Riley left, hate him. Um, I mean that entire team left almost. OU,
Yep.
they had no one.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, man, I just obviously they ended up getting Dylan Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
He's uh he's at Oregon now, but
Right.
yeah. So Caleb Williams, I've never really liked him. Seems a little cocky,
Yeah.
and then all the stuff coming out about the painted nails and all
Yeah. It's
sorts of.
just all. Ugh, I wasn't a
We'll
fan of
see
him.
how that pans out,
I
but
think JJ McCarthy, out of all the quarterbacks, I think he's just. I mean, he won the national championship. He
oh
was
yeah,
coached by like a damn near Hall of Fame head coach.
oh yeah, college football Hall of
And
Fame right
oh
there.
yeah,
That's another thing. That's another hot take I'll say is a lot of people um, saying that JJ McCarthy,
benefited from a good team.
yeah, a lot of people saying that he barely had to ever throw the ball, and that if they didn't have Blake Corum, Donovan Edwards, they probably would have won like 5 games.
Yep.
Which, if you ask me, I mean, it's a team game, so
It is.
no matter what team you're on, it's going to be everyone involved.
Yep.
It's not, you know, I
Not
don't
just
know,
one guy doing everything.
like, and it's not just the fact that they ran the ball. Michigan was the first, I think, national championship winner ever to not allow a team to have over 25 points all year.
Yep. Same as Kansas City.
And it was just, like I don't get why people hate on him so much. And like I said, there might be bias because of
Right. Because of the whole.
because I'm a big Michigan fan.
Yep.
But anyone who comes out of Michigan, I love. I really want to see Blake Corum end up in the other LA
Yeah.
with the Chargers with Harbaugh.
Yep.
And another thing, I love Jay Herbo. Love Jay Herbo, but
Well, yeah.
I
like
kind of
Justin
wish
Herbert.
that JJ McCarthy could have ended up with Harbaugh, but
That would have been.
obviously can't
Oh
draft
yeah.
him if you got Jay Herbo, which
Oh yeah.
we'll probably get into that too with the whole Joe Alt pick
Yes.
that a lot
Oh
of
yes.
people. Actually, we'll just talk about that now.
Okay.
A lot of people think that Joe Alt was not the right pick for the LA Chargers. They think that they should have taken Malik Neighbors or Dunze. Um, and a lot of people think that they should have traded up for Marvin Harrison, which I don't think the Cardinals would have done.
No. No way.
Just because,
Arizona knew who they were getting.
yeah, Arizona knew all along, and they're the only thing that would have held them back is if
If
New
somebody
England
like
or
yeah.
because
Somebody
everyone
was
knew Caleb.
offering
Everyone knew
everything.
from the beginning of the season Caleb Williams was going number one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody knew that.
Which that's another thing. Bears made a magnificent trade
They did.
when they traded down last year with
Yeah.
Carolina.
Oh my God. They got so many.
So many picks, um, and then obviously Bryce Young, which we'll talk about
Yeah. We'll
later.
talk about him.
Didn't look very good in his first year, but you know, do you blame him or do you blame the team? So
He also had no help. No offensive
oh
line. No
yeah,
receivers.
yeah,
So
man. A lot of people think Joe Alt wasn't the right guy to take because of the receiver room. They ended up getting Lad McConkey out of Georgia in the second round, which I think was a pretty good pick for
good
them.
value.
Oh yeah,
Where
Lad
he's at.
McConkey, he's a very
Good slot.
like high intensity guy. Like you need him to get out there, he'll get out there.
Right.
You need him to dive for a ball, he'll dive for a ball. You need him to go up and snag one, he'll go up and snag one.
Right.
And I remember Michigan played Georgia in the semifinal. JJ McCarthy was a freshman. This is when he wasn't the starter yet. They had Cade McNamara,
Oh yeah.
which hate that guy too. He's heat. But yeah, man, Lad McConkey popped off.
He did.
Lad McConkey popped off in the Natty a few years back against TCU. That game was horrible, 65-7.
That was. Oh my God. Abysmal.
That's what I'm saying. Michigan would have put up a fight. Just saying.
I
But
remember that because in Dad, remember he was rubbing it in your face when they lost.
oh yeah, you know.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's just a few hot takes. We'll probably get into some more later or
Yep.
next episode.
Yep. So
That's
now.
another thing I forgot to mention. Probably about 1 to 2 episodes a week.
Yep.
Um,
And we'll just
probably.
discuss, if there's any trades or
Oh yeah. If there's like a big trade, we'll probably push out like a 10,
like a
15
short
minute episode.
like a short or something.
Yeah, and just kind of discuss it quickly.
Yep.
But yeah, man.
Cool.
So that's just
So
a few
now-
hot takes and just kind of a review of the year.
Yep.
So I say now let's get into grading each team's draft class. We don't have
Yep.
every team. We just kind of
We
have
kind of
the ones that were notable per
Yep.
se.
Because because it is 1:13 as we speak here,
Yeah,
but
it's
we're
1:13
both
in the morning,
we're
but
both awake.
both running off energy drinks. So
Yeah,
we
yeah,
were both pretty excited to get this first episode out.
we are, and we need to stay awake. So
It
because
is
we had a pretty
currently
productive day.
Saturday. Well,
It is. Well,
it's kind of
Friday.
Friday, but
Yeah,
it's technically Saturday. But
yeah.
you guys will probably be seeing this on Saturday. Hopefully Saturday night, Saturday evening, sometime around then.
Yep.
If not Sunday morning.
Yep.
Um,
So,
so let's
oh,
get
it's
into
Friday today.
Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday.
Oh shoot, my days are on
You guys will
summer
probably
break.
see this Friday morning, probably.
Yeah, that's
Or,
what I meant.
yeah.
Friday morning, or Friday evening, if not Saturday morning. So,
Yep.
um, and we'll post frequent updates. We're gonna make a TikTok, Instagram,
Yep.
Facebook, all that good stuff.
Also, some merch will
And
be dropping soon.
yeah, we're gonna end up making some merch eventually once we kind of get a bigger family going here.
Yep.
Um, yeah, we're gonna get the social medias up. We'll post those links
Down below.
in our bio and down below.
Description.
Probably second or third episode. But I think we should get into these grades.
Yeah.
Draft picks here.
So, who do we have up first?
So first we got Arizona. We gave them B plus. I'd say biggest steals of the draft. Obviously, Marvin Harrison, who
Yep.
I mean,
Everybody knew.
honestly, probably one of, if not the best draft pick in this class.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people had him as better talent than Caleb Williams, which I agree with.
Oh, yeah.
Like father, like son.
His dad
you know.
was a beast.
Marvin Harrison Jr. I hated when Michigan had to go up against Ohio State simply because of Marvin Harrison Jr. And I remember last year, I think Michigan was up 2 possessions. Marvin Harrison brought it within one,
Right.
and then Michigan punted the ball, and then they threw it to Marvin Harrison. He overthrew him, and
Yep.
Michigan got the pick to seal it. Thank God. But,
And then Trey Benson was another good pick by them.
Yeah, Trey Benson, big. I don't know.
I like
Saw
that
a
one
lot
a lot.
of tape of him when in his time at Florida State. Big, just just powerful
Oh, yeah.
guy.
He had
Um,
four third-round picks, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 4. I'm pretty sure.
That is insane.
Yeah. So next we'll get to the Falcons. We gave them a D because
Yeah.
what the hell? Michael
I
Penix
just-
at 8
I
was
just don't understand why you pay Kirk Cousins all the money, and then your ass goes out and drafts a quarterback who had he was hurt, granted, but did not play well in the national championship, and how Michael Penix went before J.J. McCarthy. I'll never understand. Never understand that at all.
yeah, but I don't know. I mean,
And then
especially after that national championship, everyone was saying Penix, his draft stock was dropping like crazy, and
yep.
then
And
he goes number 8.
who was the defensive tackle they took in the second round? That was a reach too. The guy out of Clemson. I think I have. Is it written down on there? I wonder.
No, I didn't pull it up over here.
Do I? Check the thing. It should be on there. Hold up, folks. What's his name? We're about to figure it out. His name is.
Rude Arroyo. I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
pronouncing that
it's
right,
alright.
so I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. And no, I was looking at. He's just so raw. His just.
But also,
just-
they did get a steal, I think, with Braylon Trice.
They did.
Another raw guy, but getting him, and I think they got him in the 3rd round.
Yep,
Right?
I think so.
3rd round. But I thought
Yes,
that was
correct.
a pretty good pick.
Yep.
Um,
But first 2 picks were just really
first
head
2 picks, it
scratchers.
was just kind of like
Head scratchers.
yeah, not too sure, especially after paying Kirk 180 mil.
Yeah, that
And
was,
it was
a
like
little,
it was like one of the biggest signings,
little
aside from like
questionable.
Saquon. And then obviously Brian Burns got traded to New York.
Yes, that was a great trick.
But so yeah, so now let's get into the Ravens. We gave them a B plus.
And they always draft really well.
Yeah, the Ravens always seem to get a pretty well-rounded, class.
Yep.
But first round pick Nate Wiggins, I
Love
thought
it.
was
Love
great
the pick.
Out of Clemson, yeah, man, great player.
They draft corners so well down there. Marlon Humphrey, Jimmy Smith.
a while back. But
so
yeah,
many.
They had Marcus Peters a while back. They didn't draft him. They traded him.
Yep.
And then a little sneaky pick, TJ Tampa out of
Yes, I
Iowa
loved him.
State.
Oh my God, I was looking at his tape during the draft day. Oh,
Oh yeah,
I wanted Kansas City to draft him.
oh yeah. Um,
But good picks,
so
good
yeah,
picks.
Ravens always tend to,
Always
do
develop
something
defense
good in
so
the
well.
draft,
Yep.
and they always have a good defense. So,
Mhm.
or typically, sorry.
Yep.
So next, the Bills B minus traded with Kansas City
Yeah, that
Chiefs,
was
their rivals twice.
a questionable move. Uh,
Um, Keon Coleman, good pick,
Good pick.
really
He,
good value.
sounded a little ghetto, but I
Throw
mean, see how he plays.
throw the ball up to him. He's someone that'll go up and catch it.
Yep.
I watched him a lot when he was at MSU. Go green, go white. Um, I hate MSU, but it's okay.
Right.
Um, and then missed out on Adonai Mitchell.
Yes. Which
Um,
reports were coming out that he had a really poor interview. Like he was doing interviews, and it
yeah,
apparently was poor, and he had diabetes, and
yeah,
there
just
was
a
just
bunch
all
of
kinds
stuff
of
was
stuff
coming
going
up.
on with him.
Um,
Sucks.
Missed out also on Xavier Worthy because of
Yes.
the trade down with Kansas
Fastest
City.
40-yard dash, and they let him fall to the defending champs. Who would do that?
I think a lot of concern comes from a lot of guys that tend to be fast and skinny
Yes. John
like Xavier
Ross.
Worthy. You got John Ross,
You got, let's see, who else was
whose
super
issues
fast?
really started after
Mm-hmm.
the combine
Yep.
because he got hurt in the 40-yard dash.
Yep. It was like a hamstring strain or something.
Yeah, but yeah, man, just decent draft for the Bills. Just wasn't too sure about the
But they
whole
filled their
trading down.
positions. I will say
Yeah,
that.
filled up good positions.
They filled up all the
Positions of
positions
need.
they needed.
But
They had a okay draft. I'll say.
oh yeah.
It's
So
just you have
next,
to give Josh Allen help. You can't have him do everything. You
exactly.
got to give him. You saw it, Patrick Mahomes. You got to give him the help, or your team's not gonna. I mean, we saw that in the Bucks Chiefs.
Oh yeah. Next, we're gonna get into the Carolina Panthers.
Ooh,
Xavier Legit,
yep, I love that
amazing
pick.
pick
Love
at
that pick for the
what
Panthers.
32.
Yep,
Um,
that's gonna be a Deontay Johnson and Xavier Legit. I mean, that's just
sorry, did I say Keon Coleman went in the first round? I meant second.
second.
But
Yeah.
Legit 32nd round pick
Yep.
or 32nd pick.
Yep.
After they traded up with the Buffalo Bills.
Love the pick so much.
Again, the Bills traded down, but
Yep.
whatever.
They did.
Yeah, man. Added great pieces at running back.
Jonathan Brooks.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Oh man, I know my dad went in Dallas. Shout out to you, Dad. My dad was one in Dallas to take him.
I
And
wanted Dallas to take Blake Corum.
yep,
But
Jonathan Brooks, really good value. And then they drafted another guy.
and possibly stealing Jatavion Sanders.
Yes, that's who I'm
In
thinking
the
about.
fourth round.
Yep, that's who I was thinking. Yep,
But yeah, that's just a few. That's kind of our
first little chunk.
first little chunk there. Now we're gonna get into the Chicago Bears. We gave them an A.
Yep. I went. So I did A here because I mean you're getting the number one prospect out of the draft. It's Caleb Williams, obviously, and then you get potentially one of the
Debatable.
best receivers. Roma Dunze at number 9, who's ranked pretty high. And then they didn't really have a lot of picks, so I mean it was kind of hard to
Oh yeah.
grade them.
And I mean that's exactly how I was. I was not expecting Dunze to end up on the
Mm-mm.
Bears
No.
roster. That never really crossed my mind.
Nope.
I was thinking Dunze honestly was going to end up in either New York
Yep.
or
So
L.A.
Yep.
Ended up with the Bears, and I think him and Caleb Williams, great combo.
Oh yeah.
If they can both pan out.
Well, you got Keenan Allen over there too.
And I mean, with limited picks, I think they only had like 5 or 6.
Yep.
They ended up with a great draft class overall.
Oh, 100%.
Took the best punter in the draft out of
Yep.
Iowa,
Shout out to him.
which
And apparently Caleb Williams texted him shortly after and said, "You won't be punting that much." That's what he told him.
it's probably true.
We'll see.
But you're always going to be a pretty good punter if you come out of Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Because they punt the ball a lot.
Oh,
So
yeah.
especially when they play Michigan.
Oh, that was
Bengals, we give them a B. Amarius Mims, great protection for
Yep.
Joe Shiesty.
because the past few years, I mean, I hate to compare them I hate to compare him to this, but he's looking like the Andrew Luck, who
Oh, yeah.
was sacked a lot and got hurt.
And
You have the shoulder
that
injuries.
sucked,
You got
man.
the
Back
you know,
injuries.
broken hand,
Yeah, man,
calf
dealt with a lot of
strain.
stuff.
I mean, torn ACL. I mean, just you you gotta protect him, man. And I think it was a good pick. Who else did they? Did I write down anything else on who they drafted? There weren't a lot of picks.
No, it's just good value picks here.
It was
But
yeah. They got a few good position
I mean,
needs,
getting a
but
Marius Mims at the 22nd pick is, I mean, you can't really ask for much more.
no, that's a
And
good
I mean,
pick.
like Dayton said, you got to protect Joe Burrow if you want to keep him. So
Yep.
he's not going to want to play if he's just getting sacked every play. He's not going to have a long career if he's getting sacked
Like
every
that
play.
playoff run. Oh my God,
Yeah,
2021, get sacked 7 times. I mean, it's just that's unacceptable.
that's what I'm saying. Getting sacked 7 times a game, but still they made it to the Super Bowl
Yep.
and won it. No, sorry, lost.
Lost. They got they almost did.
Almost.
I was
But
rooting for him.
Eli Apple.
Yep.
Browns, we gave him a C plus. No first round picks.
Yep. So
Um,
they Deshaun Watson.
they went Michael Hall Jr. in the second round.
So
At number 65.
yep.
Um, Not too much to talk about with the Browns.
Yeah, they
Just
Deshaun
typical
Watson.
Browns
Yeah.
draft class, I'd say.
Yep. Pretty much.
But yeah, man, I don't know about Sean Watson. I guess we'll see with
Yeah.
him. Dallas Cowboys, Tyler Guyton.
Yeah.
Interesting to trade down with the. If you are the Cowboys, and we know the Cowboys, they truly believe they can be the number one seed,
Mm-hmm.
and then you trade down with one of the other probably I'd say
NFC teams.
two teams
Yep.
that's competing for that number one seed in
Yep.
terms of either Detroit or San Fran. Um,
Who they can't beat. Well, they
yeah,
couldn't beat San Francisco. They
couldn't
barely
beat San Francisco.
Yep.
Shouldn't have beat Detroit.
Yep.
Well, you never know because there were still 30 seconds, but
Yep.
yeah, man, I just thought it was kind of an interesting move there. But they did need O line after losing Tyron Smith,
Yes.
and we know Zach Martin's coming to the end of his career, sadly.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a Hall of Famer, as
Oh.
is Tyron Smith. They have both. Dallas always has good O line.
Always. They always drafted so well. The scouting department is just so good.
I feel like Dallas is one of those teams. They take guys that you've never heard of, and then they just end up good. It's like, who am I thinking of? There's another team I'm thinking of that just drafts dudes that you don't think never heard of, and then they just end up being superstars.
AFC.
Probably. I don't know who I'm thinking of actually, but yeah.
Browns usually draft pretty well offensively.
And
Offensive
then
line.
um,
Joel Patonio.
also Cooper Beebe,
Yeah.
potentially a
Potential.
sneaky pick.
I mean, Tyler Guyton, like I said, he might be a penalty machine. I mean, with the holding penalties, like Dylan was explaining earlier, in OU, and I would not have passed up on the center from Duke.
Yeah, I
you
mean,
don't trade
if you wouldn't
down.
have traded down, you could have got him. So
Could have got the bet. You could have had
could
another
have got
Travis
Graham
Frederick.
Barton, who ended up with Tampa Bay, I believe.
Yep.
So now we'll get into the Broncos. Bo Nix.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was a good pick for where they were at.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of that last first round talent guy available. Maybe not. I mean, I don't know. Bo Nix was kind of one of those guys. He's older.
Yep.
But he definitely has the talent to
He
play
does.
in the National Football League.
Well, I think Sean Payton's the right coach for him too. I really do.
Well, yeah, you kind of think of Sean Payton and Bo Nix together, and it just feels right.
Yep. Drew Brees,
especially with Drew Brees and Bo Nix. They're definitely not the same QB, but they're comparable in certain ways.
Bo Nix is very similar to Dak Prescott, just the way he plays. And Troy Franklin, a lot of people passed up on him, but hey, two teammates coming together, reuniting together.
Oh yeah,
and that should be pretty good for him.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. If you can get teammates.
Yep.
That's why I really like the Chargers taking Junior Colson.
Yep.
In the second round. No, yeah, second round.
Yep.
Because he gets to
Jim
play
Harbaugh.
with his defensive coordinator.
Yep.
He gets to play with his head coach.
Yep.
And it's always a good thing because it makes you feel more comfortable where you're at. So,
Oh yeah. So.
Now. Next, we have the Detroit Lions. We got A plus.
I put A plus for them. I mean, you get the one of the top corners in the league. You get another corner that's Ernest Rakestraw.
Oh yeah. They filled all their positions of need
so well
for the most part, or at least those top 5 positions of need.
Yep.
Top corners in the class. Terrion Arnold, I thought was a great pick. I was hoping that Quinion Mitchell was going to fall to them, but the Eagles took him at I
Could have been.
somewhere around there.
It could have been. Yeah, I
Think.
don't remember.
But yeah, man, just great draft. Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes always seem to do the job.
Oh yeah.
Um, they kind of just take that top guy. It's
Yep.
like the Jameer Gibbs, and everyone was hating on him, but
Oh,
then
they knew what they were
he
doing.
became, one of the best running backs in the league the last, 8 games of the season.
Oh yeah.
He had just yards on yards on yards, receiving, rushing, all of it.
Oh yeah. Great.
Now we got
Great.
the Packers, B plus.
Packers, yeah, they
Jordan Morgan, good
yeah,
value.
love the pick. Packers made a really good late run there at the end of the season, especially with they beat us in the regular season. That's when they really turned it around. Then they beat the living crap out of Dallas,
In that wild card round, man.
and then they
And
almost
they
beat the
almost had it
Niners.
against San Fran.
Yeah, they almost just the play calling Matt Floor, man, you got to give it to him. Just
Matt Floor's always been kind of that
oh yeah,
offensive,
genius.
mastermind.
Yep.
But yeah, just got better on defense
They
overall.
did. Yep.
Jordan Morgan, like we said, good value where he was at.
Good protection for Jordan Love.
Good, yeah. Great. Yeah, great protection. And I mean Jordan Love, man, looked
Played
really
great.
good in those playoffs.
Oh yeah, played real good.
Aside from that last play against San Fran. But
Yeah.
I don't know where he was
He
thrown.
had a really good run though.
It's all good. Chiefs B plus.
Yeah.
Got the fastest 40-yard dasher in
Yep.
terms of Xavier Worthy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people are wondering if Xavier Worthy was a reach at number 28.
20. Yeah, I think it's 28. Yeah. 28.
But,
27. Let's see. I think it's 28. Yeah, you're right.
But I don't think they reached.
No.
It's a typical Kansas City type wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean,
Fast.
you look at the pass.
You look
Tyreek
at-
Hill.
I mean, you even look at MVS and Kadarius Toney. It's just two super fast guys.
Mm-hmm.
You look at
I mean, Tyreek Hill's
Tyreek
like
Hill.
one of the greatest
You
receivers of
you
all
had
time.
Dante Hall a long time ago.
Yep, Dwayne Bowe.
Dwayne Bowe.
There's just so many.
Just plenty of just star-studded receivers that they got the skills to pay the bills.
Nico Hardman. I mean, shout out to him for catching the ball at the end of the game. Super Bowl.
Another speedster.
Very. He never really. I mean, remember his rookie season though? Oh my god. Rookie
And
season was
another question a lot of people ask is did KC miss out on certain offensive skill position players? And my
Yeah.
thing with this was I don't think that there's a lot they can improve on offense besides receivers.
right? Because you got the addition of Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, but even then, that's
Yep.
what I'm saying. They got Hollywood, they drafted Xavier Worthy. So I mean,
And a sneaky good pick for them, I feel like, is Kamal Hayden out of Tennessee, cornerback.
oh yeah,
I was reading up on him. He was a big part of the Tennessee that season. They beat Alabama. He was a big part of that season.
oh that was sick. I remember.
And dude, his tape just reminds me so much of L'Jarius Sneed.
Oh yeah,
And
Jay Sneed,
yep.
Tennessee Titan.
yep, which yep.
But yeah, man, like I said, I don't think there's a lot of offense that the Chiefs can improve on.
Yeah,
you got
they
your
got-
QB
I mean-
for the next 10 years.
Yep.
You got Travis Kelce, which
for another 2-3 years maybe.
they probably will look. I think someone the Chiefs could take this upcoming draft is Colston Loveland out of
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah, they
If
could
he
do that.
does decide to enter, he is only a junior, so it's up to him.
True.
I'm sure he will.
They did draft Jared Wiley, who could be I mean, he's being mentored by Travis, so we'll see. Never know.
I think it'd be cool to see Colston Loveland in a
That
Chiefs
would be.
uniform.
That would be cool.
Because I mean that dude.
Yeah.
I might be biased again, but
That is, yeah,
and he's from
cool,
Idaho,
though.
so
Oh yeah.
that makes
Goody.
it even better. But love that guy, man.
Oh yeah.
Went to school where my dad did, so that's pretty cool.
That's real cool.
Texans, I gave him a C plus / a B minus.
Yeah.
Kamari Lassiter, good, well-talented corner out of Georgia.
Yep.
Watched some tape on him, just really just all around good corner there. And then they kind of waited to take other skill positions till about the 4th through the 7th round.
Right.
Which isn't a bad thing. They took, I think, safety in the 4th round. Can't remember
Yep.
who, but safety in the 3rd or 4th round.
And they went and sketched out somebody out of Ohio State. Cade Stover, I think.
tight
Yeah.
end.
That's who it was.
I
Tight
hate
end.
that guy too, but
The Texans, I will say, drafting they do pretty well, but I mean, they didn't really need a lot of positions,
Oh,
honestly.
especially
I mean,
after
their
what we
team
saw
was so
last year, and then
stacked.
Stephon Diggs, addition of
Well,
him.
yeah, and then the Danielle Hunter, Joe Mixon. I mean, dude, they're just stacking
I
their
heard a
team.
lot of people that weren't happy about Danielle Hunter coming, and I don't know why, because
He's one
that's
of the best
one of the best D linemen in the
linemen
league
in the
when he's
league.
healthy. Joe Mixon, one of the best running backs in
Yep.
the league when he's healthy.
My dad said he's overrated a little bit, but I said, I was like, Dad, I
Uh,
said he's. I mean,
I could
you
agree
could
with that
say
a little.
that.
I feel like there's definitely an argument for it, but
He's
when he's
also.
healthy, he's
Oh,
definitely one of
dude.
the best.
Oh yeah.
He's out of Oklahoma.
Yep.
Um, Colts B minus slash C plus as
Yep.
well. Good value in linebacker. Few hidden gems in there.
Oh yeah.
And Adonai Mitchell, new
Yes, out of my
Indianapolis
initial.
Colt.
Yep. He's a former teammate of Xavier Worthy, who I thought the Chiefs were gonna draft
University of
at
Texas.
first. Yep. Texas has some good receivers.
Yeah, man. Colts just kind of mediocre draft class.
Yep, that's what they usually do.
Um, but yeah, man, excited to see also what Anthony Richardson can do if he can stay
Yes.
healthy
Oh,
after that
so
shoulder
much talent.
surgery. I think he had like 2 concussions, and then he ended up injuring his shoulder,
Yep. He plays
and he
so
had to
much
have
like
surgery.
Cam Newton.
Yeah, It almost feels like he's a copy of Cam Newton.
Yep.
Um, Get to the Jags, another C plus slash B minus.
Yeah, they had a really. They were just kind of quiet. I mean,
Brian
they had Brian
Thomas,
Thomas
Brian Thomas
Jr.,
Jr. to help with
T
Lawrence.
Law. Yeah.
Thought that was a decent pick.
Yeah. That's good.
And overall, I'd say they had decent value where they were picking at.
Right.
After just horrible end of their season.
Oh,
I think they
dude.
started 7 and
They were number one in the
they're
AFC.
set. They were what?
7-2.
No, I think they were 6-2 in the. Did they finish 9-8 or 8-9?
I think 8-9 because they lost to the Titans at the end of the season. It might have been 9-8 or 8-9. It's one of the two.
I think it was. Mm,
It might have been. Let me. I want to say it was 9-8 because I remember they lost to somebody at the end of the season, which was embarrassing. It was Tennessee because I remember
Jacksonville
watching that in the house.
Jaguars
I think it was Titans that beat them.
finished. I can find it.
Yeah, they finished 9-8.
9-8. So yeah, they started 7-2, finished 2-6. That's right.
Wow.
Which was horrid.
Talking about a fall off like the Titans a year ago.
But yeah, man. And
But
the Titans, I don't. They're kind of
really,
lost.
yeah.
Derrick Henry's now a Raven.
Yep. Will Levis is their
Obviously
QB.
AJ Brown left a few years ago.
Yep.
Which Will Levis showed a lot of good signs last year,
He did.
especially in that one game against. Can't remember who it
Oh,
was, but he just popped off.
it might have been Houston when he had like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, it was Houston. That's right. But
Pretty
yeah,
sure it
he
was.
was like.
Yeah.
I just remember watching that game and just saying, "What the hell?"
D Hop. Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins.
Hopkins had like
insane.
3 touchdowns, I think.
Oh, it was crazy.
Um, Chargers B minus slash B plus. Joe Alt thought very Jim Harbaugh pick.
Right.
Jim Harbaugh likes his smash
run the
mouth
ball.
football,
Mm-hmm.
run it up the gut,
Yep.
gain 5 yards every play.
Yep.
Drain 7 minutes off the clock and score, which I
There
love.
Yep.
Big Jim Harbaugh guy. That's me.
Yep.
Um, I'll always love that guy, no matter what he does. I don't care if he kills somebody. I'm just kidding. Yeah, Joel, great pick. I thought. A lot of people said that they should have taken a receiver, um, which we talked about earlier. But they ended up getting McConkey in the second round, which I thought great pick. Where they were at. A lot of people think
Agreed.
it was a reach, but
Good value.
like I said, McConkey's someone that if you need him to do something, he'll do it.
Good slot guy too.
He will. Yeah, great slot receiver.
4 or 5 yards per catch.
Rams. Jared Verse.
Yeah, very good.
I thought he was a very
good
good D
pick.
lineman pick out
like
of
the pick a lot.
Florida State.
Yep.
Blake Corum. Love Blake Corum. I thought that was great in the third round.
Oh yeah.
Because
Great.
I've watched a lot of Blake Corum, and I know that dude can run through people. He can, he's just got a second. He's got a jetpack strapped to him when he gets past the second line.
Great addition for him, and just having him and Kyron Williams back there. Oh my God.
Great 1-2 punch. Great 1-2 punch.
Great.
And Puka Nakua. We'll see if his sophomore season is going to be as good.
Superstar.
It's pretty hard to beat that first season.
That was
because no one expected that.
No.
Um,
What next team's on there?
But the Rams we gave about B plus
Yep.
A minus somewhere in there.
Plus A.
Raiders B. Thought Brock Bowers great where they got him, but
Yep.
also
They also have Michael Mayer.
they took Michael Mayer last year, which is the only reason I was kind of scratching my
Really?
head. But
Yeah.
it gives you opportunity to run those
Two tight end
dangerous
sets.
two tight end sets
Yep.
where
You could just
you
line
know
them up.
the
Yep.
linebackers got to pick one guy and it just creates issues.
Yep.
Um, but yeah, I thought it was great pick where they got him, and
Yep.
that's another guy that people thought the Chargers might take, but it's also a spot where I think Colson Loveland could end up is L.A.
Yep.
Because they lost Hunter Henry a few years back, who was
Yep.
everyone thought was their guy, because he had a few really good seasons early on in his career.
No quarterback taken by Raiders, surprisingly.
Yeah.
Which was not.
I mean, it's not their fault. Everyone, I mean, a lot of people thought they would trade up, where Minnesota ended up getting.
Right.
To take either JJ, Michael Penix, which Michael Penix was off the board at that point, so it would
Oh,
have been
yeah.
JJ or Bo Nix, probably JJ.
Yep.
But yeah, I thought the Raiders did all right. Definitely got to look for a QB next year. There's a few good ones coming in. Who's the one?
Quinn Ewers coming out.
Yeah, Quinn Ewers coming out.
Shadir Sanders.
Shador.
Yeah, Shadir.
Which Shador's going to be good. Travis Hunter's going to be coming out this year.
Yep.
Which excited to see him in the NFL, see what he does.
Who's that? Oh yeah.
Yeah, which we'll probably talk about in a later episode, kind of when college football season rolls around.
Yep.
So quite a few episodes from now.
Yeah.
Sadly.
A little bit. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Who's next? Who's next on the list?
Miami.
Sneaky A. They had a good. I will say
Chop Robinson.
Yes.
Chop Robinson out of Penn State.
Very good pick.
First
and
of all,
also Jalen
love
Wright.
the name. Yeah, Jalen Wright.
Very good value. Very
more
good speed too. To add to that, Raheem Mostert, Devon Achane.
Oh yeah, and I mean that backfield. I mean, I think Raheem Mostert had like 21 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
Which is something that a lot of people kind of didn't really.
They overlooked it.
I mean, I didn't even know until probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah,
I was watching some video and just that popped up, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, Minnesota, we gave an A. JJ. Love JJ McCarthy. Love him. Thought it was great where they got him to trade up. Dallas Turner, they traded up for. Love him.
Oh yeah.
Which we'll see how they get along, because in the semifinal, Dallas Turner laid a dirty hit on JJ.
Oh yeah.
Almost gave him a concussion, but
remember that.
A lot of people think JJ might potentially be a big offensive rookie of the year candidate because he's got.
Yep.
I mean, probably one of the top receiving cores in the league.
Yep, I think so.
I mean, Jordan Addison showed a lot of talent last year and a lot of promise.
Oh yeah. Oh, that game against the Niners,
especially when Jay Jettas was hurt.
Yes.
Because I mean, you already have Justin Jefferson, one of, if not the best receiver in the league when he's healthy. Obviously Tyreek's up there.
Yep.
And CeeDee's up there. Debo when he's healthy.
Oh yeah. Jamar.
Jalen Waddle, you probably put up there when he's healthy.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, man, AJ Brown, another guy that's kind of starting to develop that attitude.
Oh yeah.
Towards his team, that's kind of why Stephon Diggs ended up with Houston.
And Brandon Ayuk too.
Yep, Brandon Ayuk.
Forget about him.
Yeah, man.
Cool. And then is that it for the?
Yeah.
Or is there more? Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay. So now.
Or no, there's still.
Okay, we still got a few more.
I think we have about 4 more teams.
Okay.
So Patriots. B minus. Drake May.
I love the pick. Love the pick.
Drake May is one of those guys. A lot of raw talent, but
you got Baker. I mean, you draft Javon Baker. You draft what's his name? Polk.
Oh yeah, Jalen Polk out of Washington.
2 great receivers.
I thought that was a steal.
I think those 2 great receivers for him. I mean, it's going to develop. I think very nicely. You got what's the head coach, Sherrod Mayo. I think he'll be fine.
But yeah, Drake May. I thought that was great pick. I mean, everyone knew it was going to go Williams and then either May or Daniels, and then whichever one didn't get taken number 2, or it was going to end up being Harrison, and then who knows who would have traded up with the Cardinals or something to try and get whoever didn't go. But but yeah, thought Jalen Polk, big steal. I think 3rd round.
I think so. I think that's where our new came in.
But showed a lot of great stuff at Washington this past season.
Oh, dude, yeah, you did.
But and like you said, Baker was a big steal. Um, Watched a lot of tape on him. Great, great football player. Great linebacker.
Very.
Um,
Or receiver.
that's what I meant. Um, but yeah, I was thinking of Javon Baker.
Oh yeah, he's a good
Uh,
player.
or Jerome. Jesus,
Jerome Baker.
I'm all over the place. Um, Giants. Malik Neighbors.
Yeah,
Um, great pick.
very,
Great
very
pick.
good pick.
Malik Neighbors, probably second, second or third best receiver in the class. Big,
Yeah,
big argument about him or Dunze at number two, but there's a lot of concern about
him probably wanting
him
out because
wanting
Daniel
out.
Jones is quarterback.
But there was an article that came out about him and Jaden Daniels. They were teammates at LSU. They had a bet for who would win Offensive Rookie of the Year, and
He had said something about Daniel
it
Jones
said
being his
something
quarterback.
about Malik Neighbors, called off the bet because he was drafted by the Giants.
And he has Daniel Jones as quarterback.
And I mean,
Danny Dimes.
Danny Dimes, man.
Yeah.
I don't think he deserved that contract he got. But
No. Yeah, that's an argument for another day.
he had one good season, and
He played good. I mean, no, not a lot of pit and not a lot of interceptions, but good lord. Ooh.
Tommy DeVito.
Yeah, he had a generational run for about 2 weeks.
Jets, we gave a B minus. Built up that O line for AAA round.
Yeah.
And then just really surprising took Jordan Travis in the fourth round.
Was it fourth round? It might have been later.
I think it was fifth. It was fourth or fifth.
Or sixth.
Or
I don't
sixth.
even know.
I don't know.
It
was
is one of those
pick,
rounds.
Mid-round pick. But it'll be interesting because Jordan Travis obviously
snapped his leg.
Snapped his leg in that game against.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know it was a smaller school.
Yeah, I remember that.
God, that was crazy. I mean, like I said, we'll see how he deals with that. Obviously, he's probably not going to play this year unless Rodgers gets hurt again.
Right.
But
which God knows.
Which he probably won't play even if that does happen because I don't know what the recovery time of a leg break like that is.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Alex Smith took like 2 or 3 years. But and then Jalen Key.
Yeah. Potentially
possibly
a steal. Potentially a steal there. That was a good little addition by them.
Oh yeah. Eagles A+, always have a good draft class.
So always.
Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean. Cooper DeJean falling to them in the second round was insane.
I
thought they were going to take him in the first round, and then I thought Dallas was going to take him.
Oh no, that was a steal of a pick.
I have heard a lot of people that have said Cooper DeJean is like our Martin Luther King.
Ooh.
If you know, you know.
Yeah. He's a great player. Very good player.
But yeah, steals on all sides of the ball. Quinion Mitchell, Cooper DeJean, big pickups at corner. Obviously Darius Slay getting pretty old.
Yeah. Not where he was.
Oh yeah, no. 49ers, Ricky Pearsall potentially a reach.
Yeah, especially after the whole Brandon Ayuk situation. I think it was kind of a not like a safe pick, but I think they took him because they didn't know what they were gonna do. But
yeah,
reports are saying now that he's looking to get a long-term deal, so we'll see how that goes in the next few weeks.
But yeah, Ricky Pearsall was ranked, I believe, like 45th.
And they took him
at what, 31?
Yeah.
So I just
a little bit of a reach, but
I mean, we'll see how he is. I know he made a lot of spectacular catches while in his time at Florida Gators.
Right.
But yeah, I thought it was a really interesting pick by them. Definitely didn't expect it when I heard his name get called.
Oh, I know, me either.
And then Tatum Bethune, potential steal in the 7th round.
Yes, very good.
But yeah, so that's kind of all we've got for draft classes, like we said.
Yep, we
didn't get every team, but we kind of just got kind of more of
the gist,
big storyline ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
let's get to our another little segment here.
Let's see.
So we did all that.
Rank the new rookie
quarterback. So we got those.
I'll let you go first.
So my new rookie quarterbacks rankings. So number 1, for now, since he has the highest upside, Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah.
Number 2, I got J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
Just a lot of, just so much potential. You got arguably the best receiver in the league. Great tight end. Number 3, I got Jane Daniels. We'll see how that situation plays out. Number 4, I got Drake May, and number 5, I have Bo Nix. Bo Nix still has something to prove to me with the new head
Did you forget
coach.
Michael Penix?
Huh?
Did you forget Michael Penix?
I don't know if he'll play this year.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, I don't. You know what I mean? So
That's fair.
if he
Actually, that's a fair
plays,
point.
yeah, I don't know if he'll play.
Uh,
But hey, you never know if Kurt goes down. So I don't know.
I agree
But
with you on the number one highest upside. Obviously, Caleb Williams.
mm-hmm.
Um, Number two, I have Drake May.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
just, I mean, I love Drake May. Watching him
Oh
in
yeah.
college, just great QB all around. Number three, JJ McCarthy. Um, just love JJ first of all. Second of all, watched a lot of JJ McCarthy football.
Oh yeah.
You know, and JJ McCarthy. I know a lot of people say that he never had to throw the ball in college, but when he did have to throw the ball, he threw dimes. So,
He was. Oh yeah. Very good player.
um, number four, I've got Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels is a guy that puts himself in a lot of risky situations, jumps into hits,
Yep.
just gets taken down, by, you know, huge guys a lot. Um, that sounds weird, but number five, Bo Nix. Um, I didn't watch too much Bo Nix football. I did, I think, his first season at Auburn before he ended up in Oregon as a true freshman. I watched that. But yeah, I don't know. Bo Nix, like we said earlier, Bo Nix and not Drew Brees, Bo Nix and Sean Payton kind of just feels right.
Right.
And then number six, agreed with you. I got MPJ, Michael Penix. Just
Hasn't.
not sure if he's
Yeah.
gonna
I don't know if
play.
he'll play. If he does
And
play, if Kurt
if he
plays out
does
his
play, he
contract,
could
he'll be
shoot
30.
up. I mean, I don't know. Michael Penix
But we'll
definitely
see how
has
it
a lot
plays
of
out.
talent if he can, develop how they want him to.
Right.
Um, but yeah,
Okay.
that's
So.
just us ranking new QBs.
Yep.
And then number eight, our eighth topic, we're going to get into a debatable topic by a lot of people.
Yep.
Is
Really,
Bryce Young a bust?
really overrated or not overrated? What am I talking about? Really overrated take, I would say, by people saying that he sucks. My thing with Bryce Young is, I mean, clearly last year he had not a good head coach. I mean, Frank Reich clearly had no idea what he was doing.
Oh, yeah.
No help offensively. You have Adam Thielen, who's 30 years old, as your number one receiver. You're going to have problems.
True that.
Um, I think going out and getting Deontay Johnson is going to help him a lot. It'll help him stretch the field.
Oh yeah.
And getting Xavier Legette, I think is going to help him. And I think building the offensive line too is going to help him because I mean he was getting sacked like almost every play, and especially the run game too will open up the pass game a little bit for him,
Oh yeah.
and especially some play action with him too. So and Tommy Tremble, I like him as a tight end.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's my take on it. I think he's just a little overhated, and I think give him a chance. I think in a couple of years he'll be polished. Like look at Lamar, you know.
Yeah.
Lamar's a little bit polished now, where he was, a couple of years ago. I think Bryce Young's gonna be. I think breakout year is my prediction this year for Bryce Young. So, your thoughts?
Definitely agree. Just no help last year at all. Um, no receivers, like you said, Adam Thielen, um, his old head, number one receiver. Just not really the greatest fit for a rookie QB.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
Frank Reich, just not a good head coach. He's proved that with multiple teams.
Right.
Um, no line got sacked. Way too much for a rookie QB. Um, I mean, it seemed like he was getting sacked 500 times every game.
I mean, he showed a lot of poise when he brought I think it was against the Packers. He had like 3 or 4 touchdowns and they lost
Yeah, man.
because of I think it was a penalty. And
But
he just showed a lot of poise.
and like you said, better receivers this year. The addition of Deontay Johnson.
Oh yeah, he just. I wanted Kansas City to get him so bad, and then the report came out that Kansas City called, and the Steelers reportedly said they were not going to trade him to him because nobody wanted to help him out. No, nobody wanted to help Kansas City out. But no, I love Deontay Johnson. I've loved him since he was with the Steelers.
Great route runner.
Very good
He's
round
he's
runner.
somewhat similar to Amari Cooper,
He is.
Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
But yeah, better wide receivers this year. Tommy Tremble, potential
I
breakout,
like him.
potential breakout year. And my last note here is just it's way too early to predict if he's a bust.
Yes,
You
you
can't look
gotta
at you can't look at his first year after being the number one overall pick, which clearly means that the team was
very high on
I
him.
mean they traded, but they only traded up. They traded up like 8 spots. It's not like some team made some super team made a crazy deal to move up, but
Right.
just no help. Ikemi Kwamu just wasn't who they thought they'd be on that O line.
Yep.
Obviously dealt with a few things, but yeah, man, that's all
Yep.
I've really got for Bryce
So that's what
Young.
we got there.
Just
So
I'm kind of like you said, just looking for this year. Probably I'm looking for way better sophomore season.
yeah, me too.
But
So going into our next segment, we got our early picks for NFL honors and awards this season. So I'll let Dylan start with his.
alrighty. So MVP. I don't know how many people have this. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes is up there. I kind of have a tie with Patty Mahomes and C.J. Stroud.
Ooh,
Those are kind of my two guys. Just C.J. Stroud
good
showed
one.
a lot last year.
He did.
And like I said, um, I don't actually I didn't say, but not huge on C.J. Stroud mainly because he played at OSU.
Hmm.
But you know,
Very good kid.
yeah, he's a good kid. I remember he failed some test
Oh,
during the combine, the one,
what's it called?
but I can't remember what it's called. Um, but yeah, just a lot of people.
Cognitive test. That's what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
and a
Yep.
lot of people thought like that he just was gonna suck just because of that. And I mean,
He just put the NFL on notice.
but he literally he told people he said I'm here to play football, not take tests. So
There you go. He's gonna. I think he supported like something about it, anti something, so players don't have to do it.
yeah, and I mean it's just I don't get why people did it. But offensive player of the year I got CMC again. Um, just probably the I mean not probably he is the best running back in the league
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
all
not a
around.
question.
He
Yeah,
can
that's not
catch
even
the
a
ball.
debate.
He can run the ball. He can throw the ball. I mean, shit,
Yep.
they had him at QB in
Yep.
that one NFC Championship
Yep.
um, against who was it? Against Philly,
Mhm.
2022.
Yep.
Um, defense player of the year, I got T.J. Watt.
Ooh.
Um, just, I mean, T.J. Watt is just a force to be reckoned with, and then also Miles Garrett.
Mm.
I got T.J.
Yeah.
Watt and Miles Garrett, two AFC North guys.
Love Miles Garrett.
But I mean, Miles Garrett. Obviously, there was that big dispute with Mason Rudolph a few years back. That was
Yeah, I
insane.
remember that.
I remember seeing that on ESPN. I didn't think it was real.
I know. And then I was like, oh dang. Okay.
But yeah, just yeah, T.J. Watt, Miles Garrett, both just forces to be reckoned with on the D line. A lot of people are saying Micah Parsons, but I've heard a lot about him just not really being there in OTAs and just not really showing that leadership role they teams look for. So,
Right.
um, but yeah, offensive rookie of the year, I got Marvin Harrison Jr.
Ooh.
Um, just obviously there's a lot of great QBs in this draft, but I mean it's Marvin Harrison Jr. You know,
Right.
like he is Marvin Harrison Jr. and a lot of talent. Gets to play with Kyler Murray, who I mean has shown signs of being a amazing QB,
Mhm.
both running and passing the ball.
Oh yeah.
Defensive rookie of the year, I got Chop Robinson, Terry and Mitchell, or Terry and Arnold, or Quinion Mitchell. Kind of
Okay.
a three-way tie. Those are just the three guys that I think have the best shot at it. There wasn't a whole lot of defense taken early.
Agreed.
Dallas Turner probably could be put in that conversation too. But I think I've got Chop. I just something about Chop Robinson just feels right. And then Coach of the Year, I got Danny Campbell.
Okay.
I do think he should have won it last year, him or
Yes.
D'Amico.
Oh,
But I don't know why they gave it to Stefanski.
I think they only gave it to him because I mean they lost like half their team and he still made it to the playoffs.
But then they got smoked by CJ.
Yeah, they got.
Now let's hear yours.
So for MVP, I got C.J. Stroud. I just think with Stephon Diggs and Nico Collins and just, I mean obviously we haven't seen them play yet, but that's who I think is gonna win. MVP. For offensive uh, rookie of the year, I got J.J. McCarthy. Attaboy. I think he's gonna break the touchdown rookie record
Ooh.
which was set by
Okay.
Justin Herbert,
Oh yeah.
which is at I think 31, right? Pretty sure it's at 31.
Yep. 31.
I think
Because
he's gonna
before that,
get
Baker said it.
yep,
I
yep,
think like 28,
7.
27. That's right.
I think JJ will get over 30.
Okay.
Three. I don't know if he'll get 4,000 yards. He'll be close, but I think he'll be good. Justin Jefferson, I think
Great
he's gonna
coach
play
over
like
there
this.
too, Kevin
Oh yeah,
O'Connell.
oh yeah. I think Jay Jettis is gonna play pretty good.
Oh yeah. Jordan
Uh,
Addison, big speedster.
yep. And then defensive rookie of the year, I got Terrion Arnold, obviously.
There you go.
I think he's gonna be good. I think he's gonna finish with. I'm gonna go bold prediction. I think maybe 5 or 6 interceptions. I
Okay.
think he's gonna
Okay.
be, the Deron Bland. Not exactly Deron Bland, but I think he's gonna have sticky hands.
Man, Ron Bland.
Yeah. Oh wow, what a player. Then offensive player of the year, I have Christian McCaffrey, same as you.
Yep.
I just think
It's
until
just
somebody
it's
stops
almost
him.
just
Yeah.
unlike it's just
Yeah.
impossible.
Yep. And then defensive player of the year is my dark horse, Mississippi State man, Chris Jones.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Very big. People, I still think he's so underrated. He finished with 10.5 sacks last year after being, he was held out, I think, 2 games. And I do though. I do think he's gonna win it. You never know. He finished as one of the finalists 2 years ago. So,
That's true.
and for Walter Payton Man of the Year, obviously that's still up in the air, but I still love that award, and I think Cameron Hayward deserved that last year.
Oh yeah. Coach of the year.
And then Coach of the Year, I have Jim Harbaugh,
Oh, I like that one.
and maybe I want to say the Chargers. Watch out for him.
That's fair.
I think with him getting under the helm there, I think they're gonna be a dangerous team.
Agreed.
As a
Agreed.
Chiefs fan, I'm a Chiefs fan saying that. So
All
cool.
right.
Those are our picks, and then now
So now we have the best free agent
by
acquisition.
a few teams
by
here. We don't have
just-
every team.
Just a few teams.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing.
Nothing too major. Oh, is it on my paper? Yep, it is right here.
Go ahead and list them.
So I got 5 teams here that I think. One, two. Yep, got 5. So 5 teams here I think did really good in free agency. So number 1, I got Saquon going to the Eagles.
Oh yeah.
Do I think?
Trader.
Yep. I think that'll be
Dirty.
it's a little dirty.
Dirty. Dirty.
Yep. I got the Giants getting Brian Burns from Carolina.
Oh, great trade.
I think that's
Great
gonna be
trade.
good for him. Number 3, I got L'Jarius Sneed going to Tennessee,
Oh yeah.
which they paid him a little bit too much money. Corners tend to fall off pretty easily, but I hope he succeeds. For the Steelers, I got Russell Wilson and Justin Fields.
Oh yeah.
I think you could have Russ play quarterback, and you could have Justin Fields play a different position, which we will talk about here in a couple minutes.
Oh yeah.
And last but not least, I got the Texans, which all the moves they made is just
Oh yeah. I mean, they got 3 superstar players.
yeah. I mean, you trade.
And then plus decent draft class and all the other free agents.
Yep. You trade for Stephon Diggs. You
Oh yeah.
get Danielle Hunter. You trade for Joe Mixon. You do all this stuff to help your team. I mean, just that's what all in means. That's what that means.
Exactly.
Jerry should take notes.
You know.
So, yep, those are the free agent acquisitions.
So now we're gonna get it. We're gonna have a little. I wouldn't say it's a debate because I feel like we both have kind of the same response to this. But if either Kansas City or San Fran has a better shot at returning to the Super Bowl this year,
Let's get it. So, am I going first or you?
you can.
Okay, so I think, based on history, Brock Purdy made it to the Super Bowl, second year as a starter. I mean, Jared Goff went to the Super Bowl after his third year, it was his third year, I'm pretty sure, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we've seen Dan Marino go back, we've seen Dan Marino go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
It's so hard, in itself to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, for the Chiefs to three-peat, I mean, it's impossible. But they could do it.
Oh yeah.
But just speaking on,
Takes a lot.
and I'm going to shock some people here. Speaking on just, how I was listening to Tom Brady and just listening to, him explain how hard it is. I mean, it's going to be really tough for both of these teams to go back. But if I had to choose one, it would probably be Kansas City because the NFC, you got the
Oh yeah.
Lions, the Cowboys, the Packers,
Yep.
and there's just so many teams you got to worry about. And then the AFC you do as well, but in the AFC, Kansas City's usually number one, and you have to go to Arrowhead, Highmark. It's so hard. So
Oh yeah.
if I had to choose one, it'd be Kansas City. So
That's fair. Um,
yep,
yeah, I agree fully.
awesome.
I've also got Kansas City. Um, I just feel like Kansas City's unbeatable in the playoffs,
Well, it's just
and playing at Arrowhead, um, formerly known as Burrowhead, just not the easiest thing to do
right.
unless you're the Detroit Lions.
Well, and what kills you is when you have everybody guard. I mean, this showed in the Super Bowl. When you have everybody guarded, I mean, Pat Mahomes will take off with his feet. I mean,
Exactly.
it'll kill you. It'll kill you. Because
Exactly.
he'll take off like on that 4th and 1,
Oh
killed
yeah.
him.
You know it.
And I thought he was gonna. Did you think he was gonna score on that one play when he took off like 20 yards?
Oh, I
I
did.
thought he was gonna score.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap. But yeah, I think that's the right.
Yeah, I think we definitely agree there.
Yeah.
KC,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, like I said, it's
It's
like or
hard.
like Dayton said, it's hard.
It's very because injuries happen.
It's hard enough to make it to the Super Bowl, let
Yep.
alone make it 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
this would be their fourth time in 5 years.
Yep.
So
Maybe even more than that. Let's see. They made it 2019,
hmm
won that one. 2020 lost. 2022 won. 2024
one,
won. Or 2023 rather.
yeah,
And then if they go back, it'll be fifth time.
2019,
So it'll be what fifth time in 6 years.
Yeah,
So
which is insane.
wish they could do it, but
And the
like
only
you
other
gotta.
time, and the one time that they didn't make it, they lost in the AFC
Yeah, and it
Championship.
was
So they
time
were close.
Mahomes had his worst, second half as a starter,
Yeah,
which was we don't that was horrible.
but yeah,
But
we definitely
yeah,
agree there.
cool.
So we'll get into our 13th topic here. We were going to discuss the Lions' upcoming season prediction and taking on the $134 million contract that's over 4 years given to Jared Goff,
So
the
I'll let you have
goofball.
this one about your Lions. So go ahead, buddy.
Lions, I've got finishing 13-4, just one game better than last year. Just yeah, 13-4. I got them as the number one seed in the NFC.
Gotcha.
And I mean, it is a question: was Goff's contract too much? But I think based on how he played last year, if you face it to all these other QBs that are getting deals, it faces up just exactly the same.
Oh yeah,
They have a
100%.
good year, they get paid money, and let's just hope that he can do exactly what he did last year.
Yep,
Um,
I agree.
you got everyone coming back basically on the offensive side of the ball. A lot of young guys. So you got Amon-Ra, who also got paid big money, which
Heck
he
yeah,
should.
did.
Amon-Ra, great receiver. I remember when he got drafted. I can't remember who I told, but I said that you know I didn't know much about football at the time, but I said that I thought Amon-Ra was going to be good. But
Oh, and he also showed a lot of heart in that Vikings game a few years ago when they won their first game. When
oh
he
yeah,
caught it, that's
yep,
that's how he basically was known.
oh yeah,
And then he's just known.
but yeah. I don't think the Goff contract's too much. I think it's probably about right where it needs to be.
Yeah,
It
I think
does
so.
make him one of the highest paid QBs in the league.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh
like I said, after the year that he just had,
yeah.
um, yeah,
I agree. I actually have the Lions at 14-3, and I have the Packers right behind them at 11-6. So I think that's gonna be a really good division, and it's gonna be a good battle. I can't wait to watch it. But yeah, I agree with what you said about Jared Goff. I think he's gonna disappoint some people this year. I think in the playoffs.
yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. Lions definitely a dangerous team, especially if you're at Ford Field.
Oh, and
I
all the
mean, it gets
speed
loud.
they have on that team.
Third
Jameson
downtown,
Williams.
baby. But
Yeah.
yeah. So 14th topic here. We're going to discuss if, I mean, we both already kind of said it, but are the Lions the
Number one
number
team.
one team in the NFC this year. I think so.
Yep, me as well.
If
I
not
just
number two with
yeah
San Fran, or it's tied. I mean,
yeah
it's tough to say, but
yeah because injuries happen and they do. But as of right now, it just there's so much. Detroit, if Detroit gets if they get the number one seed and they have home field advantage,
oh yeah,
it's so hard to win the Ford Field.
oh yeah. But
And
yeah, 15th
yep,
topic today, which will be our final topic before we get into
to our
our
extra topic.
outro topics.
Yep. So
Record predictions
prediction
for
team.
every team. So let's pull up all the teams in the league real quick.
I could probably yeah. So Matt, I'll just go. I'll start with Kansas City, my favorite
No, no,
team.
no, 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 no. We gotta go alphabetical.
Oh, okay, we'll go alphabetical.
Hang on.
Okay, that's fine.
2021 regular season records. What the hell is this? Okay.
No, we'll just take turns going.
Oh, I turned Redzone. I'll just go in line with what this got.
Okay.
Okay, Jacksonville.
Ooh, I'm gonna go 10-7.
Okay, okay. I would say I'd probably put it right around there. I was gonna say either 9-8 or 10-7.
Okay.
Kind of just exactly where they were last year. They didn't add too much.
Nah.
They added the one receiver.
Brian Thomas Jr. LSU.
No, the dude they got in free agency.
Who is that? Who is that? I can't remember.
I'm trying to think.
No, not Calvin Ridley. He went to Tennessee. That was a stupid contract. Oh my god.
Um, oh, Gabe Davis.
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
From Buffalo.
Yep.
New England.
Ooh.
I am going to go 7-10.
Yeah, I was thinking around there. Uh, I'm gonna go 5-12 because I don't know if Drake May is gonna start right away. They might start Jacoby Brissett.
Well, yeah, and I mean, even if they do start Drake May, there's still not a ton of talent um, all around,
Right.
and the defense still needs some improvement. Like you said, though, Gerard Mayo, um, great
Defensive
coach,
minded. Yep.
great coach, defensive minded,
Yep.
which
One of Belichick's guys.
just Patriots, defense.
And that's how they are.
But yeah, man, Arizona Cardinals.
I'm gonna go 8. I'm gonna go 9-8.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. 9-8.
Yep.
So like the addition of Marvin Harrison, I'm actually gonna go 10-7.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them as a wild card team. Like I said, Kyler Murray, if he can stay healthy and play at his potential that we've seen him play at, especially that year where they started, I think 8-0.
Yep.
Before they lost to Green Bay.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That was AJ Green just gave up.
Yep. Pretty much.
But I think that they have potential to be a really good NFL team.
This next season.
New Orleans.
7-10.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't.
Not much to say about them.
Saints just they're the Saints.
Yep.
That's all you can say. Dennis Allen, pretty good coach,
Yep.
but
All I gotta say is Derek Carr
might be a handicap.
His impact on receivers needs to be studied. Henry Ruggs and
Henry Ruggs. You got Devontae Adams
Chris
who got in trouble.
Olave.
Chris Olave.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot more names up there.
Oh
But,
yeah.
Cleveland Browns.
8,
I'm
9.
going to go 8,
8,
8, 9, 7-10,
Yep.
somewhere around there.
Just not a lot of.
Just not a lot to say about them either.
Yeah.
You
Not a
know,
lot of good things to say.
you never know with Deshaun Watson. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad, sometimes he just decides not to play.
Mediocre.
Sometimes he wants a massage.
Yep.
So,
That's true. That's right.
and I mean, you had the resurgence of Joe Flacco last year. I don't know what that was.
Good lord.
It was insane until the wild card round and it sucked.
Yeah, he turned into a bust.
Denver Broncos. I'm gonna go 5-12, 6-10.
I'm gonna go 6.
Or yeah, I'm at 6-11.
I'll go 6-11 for them.
Just kind of
Getting
same
yeah.
Broncos,
Getting ready to
just-
learn more about Bo Nix. I think.
Yeah. But I think once they can see, what Bo Nix can do, they'll, try to build what they can around him. And
Right.
I think you give it about 3, 4, maybe 5 years, the Broncos might be at least a wild card team.
Yep. I think so.
Seattle Seahawks. I'm gonna go typical Seahawks. Right? I'm gonna go 9-8.
I'm gonna go
Just-
8-9.
Yeah. Just kind of have always ever since Geno Smith.
And Pete Carroll's gone too.
Yeah, which sucks.
I know.
It's crazy, man. All these eras coming to an end. Bill Belichick
I know.
retired. Pete Carroll retired. Or no, I think he stepped into the front
Yeah,
office.
Bill Belichick just stepped away for a little bit. He might
Yeah,
come back.
but yeah, man. Same old Seahawks. You know, you got Geno, um, DK. You got Kenneth Walker, who's a beast.
Right.
Another guy I really like. Um, I watched him single-handedly beat Michigan in
Right.
2021. So,
Cool.
the Commies, Washington Commanders.
Oh, Dan Quinn's over there, so I gotta
This
be
one's
nice.
tough. I'm gonna say
7-10.
yeah. I was gonna say 7-10 or 6-11.
Yeah, I think they'll
Um,
be
Dan Quinn, another very defensive-minded guy, which
very.
we saw with Dallas.
Yeah,
One of the best defensive coordinators in the league.
Jane
Um,
Daniels. I think they'll be okay.
Jane Daniels. You still got Scary Terry McLaurin.
Yep.
Just not too much. They had a lot of defensive additions. A lot of guys came over from Dallas. Um, but yeah, just not a ton to really go off of. New York Giants. I'm gonna start here and go 4-13.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
I'm gonna go 3-14.
I just don't see it with them. So
Yeah,
that's
me
all
either.
I got.
Yeah, me too.
Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna go
go.
7-10. 7-10.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I
Just
think.
kind of. I think they'll kind of gradually step up.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they'll end up as a wild card team, probably two years ish.
2 or 3 years from now. Yep.
Once they finish that building process.
Right.
Um, I think Bryce Young's going to take a big step up.
Me too.
I think the O line's going to take a big step up,
Yep.
and then we'll see um, Deontay Johnson,
Yep.
which was obviously another really big thing for Bryce Young. He
Very,
finally has a
very
true
big.
like
Oh
number
yeah.
number one, number two receiver.
Very.
New York Jets. I'm going to go 9-8.
8-9. I think they miss playoffs.
Just super teams never work.
No.
Um,
Nope.
and the Jets are one of those teams that they just try to sign everyone
Mm-hmm.
that they can.
Yep.
They just signed Tariq Cohen, who I didn't even know still existed.
I didn't even know he was in the league
I
anymore.
thought he was in jail. I hadn't heard his name since like 2020 when he was with the Bears.
Yeah, he was a good player, and then I think he tore his ACL. Just not the same player.
He tore a bunch of muscles. Yeah, just kind of mediocre. Super teams never work. I think they're overhyped.
Very.
Just like last season.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers highlights, just carrying the flag out on the field, biggest highlight.
Yep. I agree.
Houston Texans. I'm gonna go 12-5.
Oof. That's
Yeah, 12, 11-6.
yeah. It's tough. I'm gonna go 12-5 for them. Number 2 seed.
But CJ, just like we had, been alluding to all night. CJ Stroud is incredible.
Very.
You add
Very.
Brandon Cooks, you got Tank Dell, who I mean, holy cow, beast. You got Nico Collins, who just got an
Oh,
extension.
Stephon Diggs. I mean, it's a Brandon Cook.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
Stephon Diggs.
I keep getting mixed up.
Okay. Stephon Diggs.
Former Texan.
Yep.
But yeah, Stephon Diggs. But just a bunch of you got Cade Stover from the draft.
Yep.
You got Brevin Jordan. Um, Great O line.
Oh yeah.
Laramie Tunzel still pushing.
Uh-huh.
Defense. It's D'Amico Ryans. So what more do I need to say?
Right.
Um, but yeah, Buffalo Bills. I'm gonna go 10-7.
Dad, you're not gonna like this, knowing that your AFC team's the Bills. I'm gonna go 8-9, and the Bills miss the playoffs.
There you go. There you go.
I do think Josh Allen has a good season.
I'm gonna go 10-7 wild card team.
They lost their entire.
They lost all their receivers.
They cut their entire defense.
That is fair. I'm gonna go. I'll go 9-8.
9-8.
I'll go 9-8. I'm still gonna say they're barely gonna sneak in. Like they're gonna be one of those teams that they win in week 18
and then
it
lose
sneaks
next
them in.
round.
Philadelphia Eagles. I'm gonna go 13-4.
Yeah, I'll go there too. I think they'll be better.
No, I'm gonna go 12-5.
I'll go 13-4. I hope they're not good because I don't like their coach.
I just don't like the Eagles. But yeah,
I think they will be good
you
though.
know, same team, just added talent.
Right.
Saquon,
Yep.
amazing draft.
Not much to say about them. They did everything
But
pretty well up there.
Chicago Bears, I'm gonna go.
9-8.
Uh, I'll go 9-8.
9-8. I
I
think.
feel like 9-8 makes sense.
Yep. Hard division.
Caleb Williams trying to find his footing. Um,
Hard division.
yeah, hard division to play in. Obviously now with Green Bay kind of on that resurge.
Yep.
Um, you got Detroit, who, like we've been saying all day, looked amazing last year.
They did.
And they probably will continue to. And then having to play that Vikings team twice a year, which we'll see about JJ and you know yeah. So just like you said, tough division to win in.
Yep.
And I mean, I still the Bears still have a lot to improve on.
A lot. A lot.
But Atlanta Falcons, I'm gonna go.
I want to see Kirk do good.
I'm
10
gonna,
and
I'm
7.
gonna, yeah, I was gonna say 10-7. Um,
I think Kirk has a
addition
good
of
year.
Kirk Cousins, Bijan Robinson is a beast,
Yep.
and just I thought that obviously now that Arthur Smith is gone, finally,
Took long enough.
thank God, he should have been fired week one. But yeah, man.
I agree. I think so.
But yeah, I mean Atlanta Falcons. I feel like with the addition of Kirk Cousins, can definitely have a good year.
Yep.
Pittsburgh Steelers. This one's an interesting one.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
9
go.
and 8.
I'm gonna go 8-9.
8-9.
I'm gonna say.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say 8-9, and yeah, 8-9.
I'm gonna go 9-8. Hot take. I think Justin Fields takes over starting quarterback week 11.
I would agree with that. I think they start kind of bad with Russ,
Yep. And then they go to
and then
Justin.
they go to Justin, and he shows that all these past years have just been flukes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
Um, maybe they sneak into the wild card.
Who knows?
You do have Cincinnati in your division.
Yep. And Baltimore.
Baltimore and Cleveland. So who
Yep.
knows?
Who knows how Cleveland's gonna look?
Detroit Lions already said it. 13 and
Yep.
4.
I said
Number
14 and
seed.
3. And
Like we said,
yep. I think they're
great team, great coach.
Yep.
You know, almost everyone. I mean, there were definitely a few players left, but they also added DJ Reader in the
Yep.
offseason, who was a big signing.
Oh yeah.
He probably could have been in our top 5.
Yep.
Yeah, DJ Reader, great signing.
Mm-hmm.
LA Rams. I am
I
gonna
got.
go 7-10.
They could be a sneaky playoff team.
That's fair.
I'm gonna go 11-6.
I'm going
They
7-10.
yeah they
Love Matt Stafford, but
yeah I see where you're coming from, but I just they got a lot of. I mean, Sean McVay. I think he just what a great head coach.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they won the Super Bowl 4 years ago. I think they might get in the playoffs. We'll see. I'm gonna go 11-6.
San Francisco 49ers. I'm gonna go 12-5.
I'm gonna go. I think they win the division. I'm gonna go 13-4.
Okay, okay.
I'll go
Like
there.
we've been saying all day, amazing offense, amazing defense.
Yeah, they just can never get it.
They just can never get it
Because
done.
Kyle
in the
Shanahan gets he gets out coached.
Exactly. Um, Dallas Cowboys.
Dallas.
5-12.
You got Dallas going 5-12.
Yep. You heard it. You heard it here first, folks. 5-12.
I got them 10-7, 9-8 around there. I just don't think
Love
they're gonna
Dallas, but I just
that could happen.
don't see it.
Yeah.
I don't see their vision. Obviously, Dak going in the final year of his contract, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, he won't be back if they lose in the wild card again.
Um, hopefully, Mike McCarthy gets the hell out of there too.
Yeah,
Mall cop, Paul Blart.
pretty much.
Las Vegas Raiders. Um,
8-9.
I'm gonna say 6-11.
Not a lot to talk about them. They just
Thought they were gonna go
If
QB,
they get another quarterback, if they get a new quarterback, we can talk.
but Aiden O'Connell's not gonna get the job done.
No.
With that stupid mustache on his face. Like I said, Brock Bowers, interesting draft pick. You already got Michael Mayer, so
Right.
what? I mean, you just don't. I mean, it's one of those teams where you don't really know. So
Right.
that's kind of why you just slap the mediocre sticker on them.
Right.
Yeah, Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna go 10-7. I really like Anthony Richardson. Really like Shane Steichen um, as a head coach.
Gotcha. I like. I'm gonna go nine. I'm gonna go 9-8. I think Houston's gonna win the division, but I think Indianapolis will sneak in.
Yeah, I think yeah, Indianapolis can be a wild card spot. AFC team there
Yep.
probably might lose in the wild card, but or
Good
they might
step up
sneak into
though.
the divisional round. But yeah, Anthony Richardson, like we said earlier, he's just it's almost like watching Cam Newton.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know, just a big guy that can run, but he can also throw the ball, 50 yards downfield.
Yep.
Another guy that's kind of raw talent, you know, definitely needs a little bit more work, and
Yep. A little bit more development.
we'll see if the shoulder surgery like impacts any of the throwing.
Yep. I agree.
But Miami Dolphins, I'm gonna go.
We'll go 11-6.
This might be a shock. This might be a shock. I'm gonna go 7-10.
Ooh.
Just I just don't believe in them. You know,
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
like here's the thing: Miami, great team. Don't get me wrong. Miami, great football team, great players. Love Mike McDaniel. Um, he's an interesting character.
He is
Um,
smart. He's very,
he's
very
a
smart.
very smart guy, but I just don't see. It's almost like Dallas. I just don't see, you know, the direction they're looking. They're looking in.
Right.
I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna go 8-9. I'm gonna go eight
Eight
and nine.
nine. Okay.
So I'm gonna say they barely miss it because
The loss.
I don't know how many games they play that are gonna be in cold weather, but they'll all be losses. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Kansas City Chiefs. I'm gonna go 13-4.
Yep. I'm gonna go 13-4, 14-3. I think they get number one seed.
I'm gonna go 12-5 actually.
12-5. Yeah. I think it's gonna be them or Houston. I think that might be the AFC
Or that's
Championship.
right. I'm gonna go 13-4, and they get number one seed. Texas get 2 seed at 12
Yep.
and 5.
I think so. I think that'll be. I think
Um,
that'll be AFC Championship.
oh, I do too. Texans. I mean, the Texans are gonna be hard to beat. They're
Yeah.
scared.
Very.
Daniil Hunter now too. Joe
Yep.
Mixon.
Too much.
Cincinnati Bengals. This one's an interesting one too.
I got him going 12-5.
I'm gonna say 11-6. Actually, no, I'm gonna say 12-5.
Yeah. I think Joe
I'm gonna
Burrow
say yeah.
wins comeback or gets close to winning comeback player of the year, but I think Kirk Cousins wins. I think Kirk Cousins wins comeback. But
Yeah.
I have Joe Burrow up there though.
That's what we forgot to say for our awards. Comeback Player of the Year. I also had Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
But yeah, I'd probably say same with the Bengals, 12-5.
Yep.
Um, but I'd say they lose in the divisional round to whoever they end up playing, Chiefs, Texans,
Yep.
whoever. But yeah, Tennessee Titans. I'm gonna go. I'm,
7-10.
I'm gonna go.
Maybe even less than that. I don't even know.
I'm gonna go 4-13.
Okay.
Um,
They're an interesting
just
squad.
another team, not a ton to talk about. They did get J.C. Latham,
Yep.
offensive lineman, with the
I think it was
seventh,
eighth overall pick.
seventh
Maybe
pick.
eighth.
I think it was 7 or 8. But yeah, Green Bay Packers. I'm gonna go 11-6.
Yep. Same here. I think they're gonna make
Um,
it deep into the playoffs too.
just like we said earlier, they looked amazing towards the end of last year and in the playoffs.
They did.
They almost had that. They almost pulled it out against San Fran, who ended up making the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Same with Detroit, but obviously you have another team playing in a pretty tough division. Obviously, when you're Detroit or Green Bay, you only have to worry about each other, not as much
Yep.
with the Vikings and Chicago.
Yep.
But if you're Chicago, you kind of have to worry about everybody. If you're Minnesota, you also kind of have to worry about everybody. But if you're Green Bay or Detroit, it's kind of
Right.
you only worry about each other, not the other two.
Right.
L.A. Chargers.
9-8.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 10-7.
9-8. I'm gonna go.
I think 10-7. They sneak into the wild card. They win the wild card round, and then elimination in divisional.
I agree. I agree with that.
But I believe they're a team that if you give them 2 or 3 years, they're
Watch
gonna
out.
be dangerous.
Yep. I agree.
Tampa Bay Bucks. I'm gonna go 9-8.
Yeah, same here. I think Baker's having another good year. I think they're gonna beat somebody in the wild card. Hopefully, it's Philadelphia
Yeah, that would be
if they
great.
get number one seed.
But yeah, yeah, I agree. 9-8. Tampa Bay Baker, love him.
Great player.
Good guy.
Mike Evans.
But
Who's
just
next?
looking for yeah, I don't know. Just I'd say about the same that we saw last year from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have the Minnesota Vikings.
10-7.
I'm also going to go 10-7.
I think they get in the
Wild
wild
card
card.
team. I
Yep.
think they get eliminated, but I think it kind of
reflects on JJ McCarthy.
yeah.
How
I think it just kind of
great
reflects
season.
on the rookies. Just the new additions.
Yep.
They see how well Justin Jefferson is paired with JJ. Same with Jordan
Yep.
Addison.
I
You've got
agree.
KJ Osborne down in the depth chart.
Yep.
I mean, sneaky slot receiver.
I agree.
I know a lot of people don't talk about him, but he's really good, actually.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, I
So
think that's our last football topic for today.
Yep.
So now we're gonna get into what we talked about earlier, our little outro topics.
Yep.
First thing, Polo G's new song, "Angels in the Sky."
Very.
It's a very just heartfelt song, kind of. Not in a way like heartfelt,
makes you like
it doesn't make you cry, but it gives you chills.
yeah.
It kind of tells you his story and the pains of growing up,
Where he grew up,
and how he grew up,
and how he persevered.
And I mean, it's almost inspirational,
Very.
Not almost, it is.
And it just
Yeah,
I
it just
didn't
shows
realize how
you
great it
what
was.
some people go through,
Yep.
and what we don't really realize a lot of people go through.
Yep.
But just great melody, great beat, great flow, great lyrics, just everything fit together perfectly.
Yep.
But yeah, man, we had this planned out to put this in here.
Yep.
Obviously, we're not gonna end up putting it in ours. Don't want copyright or nothing.
Yeah,
so
we don't need any copyright or anything.
You guys want to go listen to it? We'll hype it up. Polo G,
Yep.
Angels in the Sky, amazing
Spotify,
song.
anything.
Spotify,
Yep.
Apple Music, anywhere. Amazon
Check
Music,
it out.
wherever. YouTube. And then secondly, our last extra topic, Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Recently came out and said that he can no longer throw a ball right-handed, which I thought was crazy.
It's crazy to me, football wise.
Which we know that one of the reasons he retired was because of arm issues.
Yep.
And he came out and said if it wasn't for the arm issues, he would probably still be playing right now.
He's somebody who deserved another ring.
And yeah, he can only throw the ball left-handed, which I thought was crazy because
I know.
it's just crazy.
That's
I don't know.
insane.
It's kind of it just sucks,
Very, very.
But yeah. So that's I think that's it.
Pretty much it, guys.
For today.
We already went over our last little one that we had set was the Justin Fields one about him playing a different position, but kind of went over that earlier.
You have that. Here we go.
But I guess we can go over that again. But
there we go. Yeah, this is gonna be our last thing right here. Steelers. Quarterback Russell Wilson thinks Justin Fields could be very dangerous in a non-quarterback role. And and I quote, Russell Wilson said, and I quote, Justin is obviously one of the most talented guys in the NFL. You know all the things he can do.
He is.
The player, the quarterback that he is. He's dynamic. It's all about us winning. That's the focus. I think it would strike fear in some defenses, that's for sure. Which I definitely agree.
I agree with.
We've definitely seen Justin Fields definitely a better runner.
Oh yeah.
Than most.
In the new XFL rule or UFL rule, kickoffs. Watch him out on kickoffs.
Yeah, that's another thing that came up is that he could potentially be returning kickoffs.
Could be kicker too and go tackle.
Which he said he thought was funny.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you never know these days.
I can't wait for it.
But yeah, gonna be good. So
yep.
To recap, everything. Kind of just about the podcast. One last time. Just looking to build a strong fan base, big family.
Yep. No division.
I'd say this was a pretty good, first episode.
Yep. It's a little late, but
you guys probably are seeing this Friday evening, lunchtime, somewhere around there, if not Saturday morning.
Yep.
But yeah, Dylan Rodriguez, Dayton Jones. Quote of the day one last time. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get back up. It's Lombardi. But yeah, man, just looking forward to building a big community here. Gonna try to push some merch out eventually.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll get social medias.
Yep.
And we will put those links in
The bio,
the bio, and
the description
we'll put them in the links in the description.
down below.
Eventually,
Yep.
once we end up making them when we post. But yeah. So I think that's gonna be it for today.
Yep.
Good first episode.
It was.
Um, you can expect probably, like I said, 1 to 2 episodes a week. So
Yep. Be prepared.
we probably will have another episode coming out in the next
Couple
few
days.
next couple days, just to kind of try to push out a few episodes
Yep.
to get us going,
Mhm.
get us motivated, all that good stuff.
Yep.
But yeah, Dylan Rodriguez right here,
And I'm Dayton Jones.
and that's gonna be all from us, the
And
Redzone Rumble podcast.
yep. And I'm Dayton Jones signing out.
Peace.